going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and it appears Treyarch has finally confirmed when Factions is coming to Black Ops 4 Zombies. So, as they said in a tweet in response to official Newbie who asked about Factions, they said Factions is planned for our next operation, with the team currently focused on releasing Ancient Evil DLC 2 in our next major update, followed by Dead of the Night's Gauntlet, Server Pause, Split Screen Pause, and more. Here's the Operation Grand Heist roadmap for reference. So without being too negative in this video, here's what I have to say about Factions releasing literally in the next operation, which is over a month and a half away. When they officially announced Black Ops 4 Zombies, when they revealed the game modes that will be featured within the mode, they implied that Factions would be available at launch, and everybody knows that. They talked so much about it, they talked very highly of what replayability it would create prior to the launch of the game. The game came out, Factions wasn't in the game, and their excuse for not being in the game is that they felt like it would be too much content to release at launch. And alright, that's understandable, they want to spread out their content to provide more replayability as the season progresses. I get that, and it would have made a lot of sense that they release Factions at the end of November, maybe with DLC 1 as a bonus. That would have made sense. Then all of a sudden on National 115 Day, they have a sit down with Blundell and Craig Houston, and they talk about Factions, and the way they describe it then is that, you know, their team is hard at work developing it, the engineering team is, you know, grinding out the mode to make it the best it possibly can be, and the way they describe it as time moves on is that Factions is incomplete and they're still really working to make it fun. But it's weird because if they talk so highly of it prior to launch, we would assume that they're pretty far in development with this extra game mode. And as I've talked about before, Factions is essentially a glorified version of Callings, and what I mean by that is you have the option to join one of 4 groups, and the way these groups sound make it seem like it'll be just for the Chaos story, but I do believe they've spoken about it with the Ether story as well. So you join one of 4 groups via the in-game menu for Factions, and when you join these groups, it'll give that group exclusive callings that the other groups won't have throughout the week or throughout the month, whatever that is, and you'll earn a reward for doing those exclusive callings. That's the way that I've interpreted Factions. That's the way that a lot of other people have interpreted Factions as well. I keep saying Fractions, excuse me, Factions. And going off of that, it's nothing really big to look forward to unless they've changed the fundamental system of what Factions is to make it better, to make it more replayable, to give Zombies players something to do every time they hop into the game, rather than doing the Easter egg, or rather than playing Rush, or rather than doing Gauntlet. If that's the case, I'm fine with them pushing it back. But if it's the same calling system I just mentioned to you guys, then there's nothing to look forward to here. It's literally glorified callings for exclusive groups, and these exclusive groups will have different rewards and different things to grind for because they're in that group. So let me know what you think of Factions down below in the comments. But in this tweet, they also talk about their next major update, and I believe the next major update is on March 26th, which is patch 1.15. You know, 115, I get the pun. So even though it's a Chaos map releasing, it makes sense for patch 115 to feature a new Zombies map. So March 26th is looking like the release date for Ancient Evil, which is the conclusion for the Chaos storyline this season. And the way they described that also sounds like we'll have another season of Black Ops 4 content, but we'll just have to wait and see. But DLC 3 and 4 will of course be reverting back to the Ether storyline, and we'll have to see if it's going to be the ultimate finale to the Ether storyline, unless they're going to be continuing it with the next season or their next game. We'll just have to wait and see. But check out all the links down below in the description. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with the latest and greatest Black Ops 4 gameplay, news, and coverage. And peace out, everyone.